Alright, so, nigga, you said meta ethics, right?
You guys, what's up?
No, I didn't.
This one and only King Apollo was good.
I haven't seen a panel debate, so I can give my opinion on anybody.
Cool. So you're a moral subjectivist, right?
If I'm a moral subjectivist, I can take that stance for now, sure.
Okay, cool. So what's the argument for moral subjectivism?
I'm gonna appeal to emotivism for this
Motivism.
topic. Yeah.
Motivism is not subjectivism. It's a type of non-cognitive disposition.
No, okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm specifically talking about non-cognitivist.
Okay, so you're just
Just
like a broad
I think
interiorist, and like
I think
by
Apollo.
interiorist, you're just like you're like an emotivist, right? What's up?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So what's the argument for emotivism?
You want the syllogism for it?
Yep.
Okay, I'll send
Do you
it
take it to be
in
the case
chat.
that this is like a synthetic fact or like an analytic fact?
1 second, I'll send it in chat. God damn, I didn't want to fucking do this. Oh my god. Okay, I'm getting forced.
You do anyway, bitch.
Yeah, that's cool.
Calm down, calm down.
Is that
Hey there, shut the
Apollo?
fuck up, retard. Someone get this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a fuck? Is that Apollo?
Yeah, so anyways, is it like a synthetic fact that emotivism is true, or is it like an analytic fact?
You can say analytic.
Okay, so what's the logical contradiction in emotivism being false?
I'm just providing the premises and conclusions in chat right now.
But that would be a sufficient condition for showing a logical contradiction, right?
We're drawing a logical contradiction against emotivism.
Yeah, even if you show like a syllogism, it would not demonstrate there's a logical contradiction in denying emotivism. And so, if you're going to claim that emotivism is
Okay,
an
so
analytic fact,
one second. I need a
what's up?
logical contradiction.
Yeah, because
Against emotivism?
for all analytic facts, right? If you reject these facts, there's a contradiction entailed. So, for example, the fact that the bachelor is an unmarried man, that's analytic. And so, if I say that's false, then there's a contradiction. It's just to say that
What would the
it is
contradiction
not the
be?
case that's an unmarried man. Pardon?
No, I'm asking you essentially why would a contradiction be necessary for like an analytic thing? Again,
I'm not
so I'm
saying it's
providing
necessary
for
for an
analytics.
analytic fact. I'm saying that
So you're
showing
saying
there
but
being a
you're saying I have to provide a
contradiction, the negation,
You're saying I have
is
to provide a
necessary for
contradiction for it.
justifying it being an analytic fact.
So a contradiction is necessary for it to be an analytic fact?
No, you're retarded. I'm saying that showing a contradiction is
You're saying I
necessary
have
for
to
justifying
yeah.
it being an
Yeah, you're saying
analytic
for
fact.
something to be in 1 second, you're saying for something to be an analytic fact, there must
I'm
be a
not saying for
contradiction.
something to be an analytic fact to show a contradiction. I'm saying justify it being an analytic fact to show there being a contradiction in its negation.
That's the same thing.
That's not the same thing. In the first claim,
Yes, to justify
in your
something being
interpretation of what you thought I said, you're saying that what I think the conditions are for something to be an analytic fact is for there to be a contradiction. I'm not saying that's a condition for something to be an analytic fact. I'm saying that's one of the conditions for justifying something being analytically sure.
Elaborate a bit, because I'm not hearing the
Yeah,
difference clearly.
so the
Elaborate.
interpretation you're posing forth here is one which is talking about the making conditions for something being an analytic fact. The one I'm talking about the truth making conditions, but rather the justificatory conditions for something to be an analytic fact to begin with. Right. So there's like a distinction there. One is like justificatory conditions, and the other is like a truth making condition. Right.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
So yeah, analytic. Okay, so what do you mean by analytic in the sense then? Because
An
my understanding of analytic
analytic fact, for one, is necessarily true, and two, it's true by definition or concept, right? So, like for example, the fact of a bachelor being an unmarried man, that's an analytic fact, and so that's true via the definition of a bachelor. And so, if you reject that being that proposition being true, then there's a contradiction entailed. It's just identical the same. Unmarried man is not an unmarried man.
I misconstrued analytic and synthetic then.
Okay, so do you still believe that your position is analytically true or synthetically true?
Synthetically.
You think it's a synthetic fact. So what
Synthetically,
probabilistic
correct me
inference
if
you
I'm
have to
wrong,
justify?
correct me if I'm wrong.
What's up?
Synthetic meaning refers to like
Okay, cool.
statements or propositions whose truth is essentially or false
Wait,
to be
hold on. Do you
determined
think
by
most
how
sentences are propositional?
I just asked you something.
Yes. So a
the meaning
synthetic
of
fact is
synthetic.
just a fact. Yeah, it's a synthetic fact is just the type of thing which is true not via definitions or based on some conceptual analysis, but it is true given the way the world is. And so those things are generally not necessary facts. You can have synthetic a priori facts, which are necessary truths, for example, like mathematical facts. For example, 2 plus 2 equals 4, where there's no analytic identity relation. But at the same time, it's still the case that these things are necessarily true, irrespective of the lack of analyticity in the proposition.
Yeah, so I don't know, appeal to synthetic for
Okay, cool.
emotivism.
So hold on there a second. Would you say that it's a synthetic a priori fact or a synthetic a posteriori fact? Which one is it?
I mean, a posteriori means that
Given empirical
the propositions
observations,
are
this
like
thing would be
typically
justifiably
so
true.
I mean that's how synthetic propositions are typically known, right? Meaning
Okay.
posteriori means
It's not the
after
case that, yeah, you could
right?
say so, for sure, but as I've demonstrated, there are synthetic facts which are non-a posteriori, they're a priori. And so, I mean, this is like a tangent. So the point is,
Yeah, so yeah, it's
do you hold to
posteriori,
the
then that's fine.
position?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. And do you hold to the position that moral sentences are propositional? So when I say it is wrong to kill this person, that's a proposition.
Sure. What do you mean by proposition then?
A
But what do you mean by
proposition is a
proposition?
declarative sentence which attempts to convey a fact about the world.
Okay, sure, go on.
Okay, so that means emotivism is false.
How does that mean emotivism is false?
Because emotivism is a non-cog position, and non-cognitivism rejects moral sentences being propositional. And so if you grant that moral sentences
Relativism
are
rejects.
propositional, then it is the case that your position which entails
One
the
second.
negation of that view is false.
So 1 second. So I propose synthetic. Okay, so I proposed.
You proposed
The argument.
emotivism, that's your position.
Yeah, I proposed emotivism.
Emotivism is
Emotivism is
synthetically true.
synthetic. I said emotivism is synthetic, and it's a posteriori
You said it's
knowledge.
synthetically sure. Synthetic. It doesn't make any sense for it to say something is synthetic in this context. What do you mean to say is that it is synthetically
Obviously,
true?
you know what I mean by synthetically true.
Yeah, I'm just trying to help you out here. Okay, so yeah, you believe it is synthetically true, and I'm saying that your position, which you believe to be true, is contradicted by this other belief, which contradicts that position. And so you're in the contradiction.
What's the belief that
You're like in a
contradicts that
double.
position? Wait, what's the belief that contradicts that position? That
The
it's a
view, the belief, yeah, the belief that moral sentences are propositional is something which is incompatible with your view.
okay. Well, like
On the
so, like
motivism.
you know what a synthetic proposition is?
I just told you. Well, a synthetic proposition.
Yeah, synthetic proposition which requires empirical knowledge or observation to determine something's validity.
Oh, you mean like an empirical proposition? Yes, of course.
Yes, that's the proposition I was obviously referring to.
And that's irrelevant. The
How is that
point is, you
irrelevant?
believe. Do you understand that? Like, for example, if I say, for example, that I believe, for example, that like Mary is at the mall currently, right? And then I say Mary
I
never
didn't
went to
hear
the mall.
that.
Wait, hold on. Just
I didn't
relax,
hear what you said there.
relax,
I didn't hear what you said there.
just relax.
Can you repeat yourself,
Calm
please?
down, Jim John. So to continue
I'm
with my
just saying
point,
I didn't hear what you
just calm the
said.
fuck down. I'm still speaking. Okay.
Why are you?
So as I'm saying this simply, I don't know actually this is like weird posture shit, by the way. But as I'm saying this
What do you
simply,
mean?
that
I'm
if I
saying
have like
what
a
the fuck?
belief, for example, which is empirical, right, which is just to say that Mary's at the mall, right, and I then state afterwards that Mary never went to the mall today, right? The other belief is going to be something which is incompatible with the first belief.
How is that analogous to my point?
It is analogous because you saying that the proposition you're making is the type of thing which reflects the empirical world does not in any way make your position invulnerable to contradictions. And so I pointed out the contradiction.
Yeah, I'm not saying
and
it's
you've
okay.
answered response to the contradiction.
Okay, yeah. So again, it doesn't. Obviously, it's not invulnerable to contradictions, but you're gonna have to provide a contradiction that goes against
Okay, I'm
the
going to provide the
proposition.
contradiction one more time, and hopefully you can track the fucking contradiction this time.
Sure, I'll
Okay,
track. But
your
slow down
position,
this
which is
time.
emotivism, which we both agree to be a type of non-cognitivist position, would deny the view that moral sentences are propositional. You accepted that moral sentences are propositional. I even gave an example of what a moral
I
sentence
said what
looked
I
like.
wait.
Wait,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
still
yeah.
speaking.
Again, you're misunderstanding though.
Shut the fuck up. I'm still
I
speaking.
told you
Shut
what
the
I
fuck up.
understood by. I told you what was meant by
I'm still
proposition.
speaking. Or rather, I'm just going to speak over you. Okay. So
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
I want to explain to you as to why it would be the case that they are propositional, because I gave an example just in case you're ignorant of what a moral sentence actually is. I gave an example of a moral sentence, and I asked you, do you believe that this sentence and sentences like these are propositional? To which you responded by saying yes. So these are two contradicts your belief.
And then I gave you the definition of
Still
propositional.
speaking, by the way, still speaking. The king is still speaking. Shut the fuck up, retard.
Oh my
Your
gosh.
position which says that moral sentences are not
I'm finished.
propositional is incompatible with you saying that moral sentences are propositional when I asked you if you believe them to be propositional. And the
Yeah,
contentions?
so remember what I told you previously as to what I meant by
I remember you
proposition?
jibber jabbering and contradicting yourself
Yeah,
like
so
a dumb
I'll
fuck.
I'll
Of
tell you again.
course.
It's fine. So I said I meant by synthetic proposition or essentially empirical. Right.
That's
Again, which
irrelevant. We're not
requires.
talking about your
How is
semantical
that
analysis or
irrelevant?
conceptual
Wait,
analysis
1
of
second. How
synthetic
is that
proposition.
irrelevant to what I meant by
It is
proposition?
because what we're talking about here is the contradiction. What you're talking about here is the contradiction in your belief system,
Yeah, the
not about any
contradictions arise
contradiction in
by
your
it being
semantical
the
analysis
proposition
of
that you think it
empirical or
was.
synthetic propositions.
1 second. The
Do you
contradiction only
understand the contention I'm
arises.
making is not
Can I talk,
predicated on a
please?
conceptual
Can I
analysis
talk,
of
please?
synthetic propositions?
Can I talk? Yeah, the
Can you make
contradiction
an
only
intelligent point for
arises.
once in the
Yeah, the
conversation, dumb fuck?
contradiction only arises right? So a proposition is obviously like a statement or
Contradiction
assertion
I'm
that
deriving
expresses.
is not
Let me
based
let
on
me define something. Let me define something really quickly. My understanding of a proposition, right, is like a statement or assertion that expresses like a judgment or opinion about a particular aspect of the world, right? That's my understanding
Is
of a
this like the best you
proposition.
got in this rhetorical exchange right now?
Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is that. That's fine. Right. So now
It's
you were talking
fine.
about.
It's fine as you're getting blown the fuck out right now. That's fine.
Like,
Who?
sure, but anyways, let me finish, please. So again, as I was saying, my understanding of a proposition is completely against your understanding of your definition of it. I told you I understood a proposition as, again, not something objective or saying something objective about something. It's essentially expressing an opinion or about a particular aspect of the world.
But anyways,
You
the
understand that?
contradiction I'm deriving here in your position
Anyways, do you understand that?
is not predicated
What
on
do
the
you mean,
semantical
anyways? Do you
analysis you
understand that?
provided on the table for what a synthetic proposition actually is.
What
So
do you mean
you
you
going on
semantic?
that point regarding the definition of a synthetic proposition is irrelevant to the contradiction between you stating that emotivism is true and you simultaneously making the proposition that more sentences are propositional. Get it,
Don't you have like a
Einstein?
lisp or something? I'm being honest. You have like a lisp or something? Because can you like be a little more
Nope.
clear and speak a little
I have
slower?
an accent.
It's an accent, actually.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
sorry, it's an accent on lisp. That's fine. Can you repeat it slowly then? I
It's
can't
funny how you like
understand
try to
the
call someone for
part of
lisp
lisp.
and then proceeds to like mispronounce your words like so badly in the conversation.
Lisp or accent? That's mispronounced. Okay, that's fine. Can you
You
repeat it
stuttered
again?
so badly in the same sentence you just tried to accuse me for lisp. What are you talking
That's
about?
okay. Okay, that's fine.
Like you
Okay,
look
do
so
better.
bad right now.
Can you, okay.
What are you trying right now?
prevaricating.
Do
Instead
you
of like
think every single
prevaricating, can you please
person in
repeat
this
what you said?
conversation thinks you're as good as me as a
Instead
speaker
of instead
and
of
like
prevaricating,
a
can you repeat
writer?
what you just said, please? Instead of prevaricating, can you repeat what you just said?
You're the one who's prevaricated from the substance, right?
I'm
What
not
are you talking
prevaricating.
about?
I'm trying to go to the substance, and you're like literally
You're
saying
not
I'm
trying to
mispronouncing
go to
things
the
and opposed to other
substance. You're
things.
doing a bad job on
I'm
the
going
substance.
into the substance right now, and then you're prevaricating from the point. Can you please go back to the point?
Okay, so how is me actually explaining this analogy, or rather the disconnection between you
Yeah,
going on
again,
a
you
semantical
said the
analysis and you're going
contradiction
to talk about
arises.
substance? You're talking about me prevaricating from substance, but
Again,
you're
yeah, I'm
literally
saying you're
interrupting me
prevaricating
going
because
on
you're not
substance
talking
right
about the
now.
substance. You're
What are
talking
you
about something
talking about? You're
external from the
interrupting my
substance.
point, which is about the substance in this conversation,
Your
retard.
point wasn't about the
That's so
substance.
ironic.
You're quite
So
literally one
anyway, just
second.
to
Yeah.
continue to go on to the substance, to which
Can
this
I
guy's
can I say
obviously
something really
evading right
quickly
now
instead of
by
you?
interrupting me the
So
conversation.
you're not gonna let me talk. Okay, that's fine. Can I? Yeah, thanks.
Point out in
Again,
this
as I said
conversation.
before, as I said previously, again, the
You're
contradiction
so
only
scared. You're panicking right
arises.
now. Holy shit, this is so
What?
embarrassing.
Can I? Oh
So,
my God! Can I
anyways,
please finish?
retard. Anyways,
Can
you
you
know
mute
the
your
like
mic? Can
good
you mute
things
your
are
mic
happening.
and like talk? Can I finish, please? Thank you. All right. So again, as I said previously, which I don't think you defeated,
Of
nor
what
did
it
you
means for
defeat,
something to be a
the
synthetic
contradiction
proposition.
only
So when you're going
the
on the
contradiction.
ramble fest and he just keeps
Can
on
I
rambling in the background,
finish?
hoping he's gonna persuade anyone in this voice call he's doing remotely close to
Can I?
impress with this
So I'm not
conversation.
gonna.
Yeah,
So
shut
you're
the
gonna
fuck up, retard.
prevaricate,
I'm
and
so
you're also going
yeah, I'm
to
so
go on like a smear
so
campaign.
anyways, retard. So anyways,
You're gonna
retard.
poison the well. You're gonna poison the well, going to
It is
smear
the case
campaign
that the
and start
contradiction.
prevaricating.
It
That's
is the
amazing.
case that the contradiction
Do
I
you know what a smear
provided in this
campaign is?
conversation still goes unaddressed
So
currently.
you're gonna go on a smear campaign, poison the well, and prevaricate. Can I finish,
Because the
please?
only response you've given to the contradiction
Can I finish?
define the word synthetic proposition, which is not what the contradiction is about.
Again, so you're going to continue
You
smear
sound so
campaigning,
confused in the conversation. Holy
poisoning
shit.
the well, and
This is
prevaricating.
what
Can I please
happens
finish?
when like you debate intellectually handicapped.
Oh.
Yeah, please. I like this nigga's not gonna let me finish. So now, can I? Yeah, right. Please. So, as I said before, the contradiction to my proposition, right? And by the way, proposition, I mean, again, a statement or assertion that expresses a judgment or opinion about something particular, right? As a particular aspect of the world, sorry. And you said the contradiction arises by your definition of a proposition, which I did not appeal to. Okay, your definition is, if correct me if I'm wrong, something that's essentially states something or objective truth about the world. I did not agree to that
Nope.
definition. Right, I'm proposing the definition, a
You can
completely
have
different
false
definition that you
propositions.
proposed.
False propositions do not inform us of
Wait, you
objective
said you
truth.
said you said what I just said is a false proposition?
No, I did not, retard. I'm
Okay,
correcting you
thank
right
you.
now. You
Okay,
said correct me if I'm wrong. You are wrong on this. I'm correcting you right now. That's what I
so
said.
what was your definition of a proposition? Repeat
I just
yourself.
told you what I just said.
You didn't. You know what? You oh my.
I informed you.
Can you
I informed
please
you
give me
indirectly what I
the
said by
definition that
denying
you're
that
appealing to a
what you
proposition?
said was an accurate representation of what I said.
Again, no. Okay, so you said if I essentially concede to
You
the
take your
point,
time.
again, I didn't study. So you said if I consider the notion that essentially
Okay,
these
retard.
moral propositions can happen,
Uh-huh.
are you gonna okay? So you said if I concede to the notion that these moral claims or these moral propositions are essentially defined as propositions, then it'll essentially be a contradiction to emotivism. How is the contradiction going to rise if the definition of a proposition is a
Just remember
statement or
speaking this whole battle
assertion?
right now.
One
I'm going to
second, let me
remind you of
finish.
the definition, okay? The
Oh
definition
my
I've
god,
given
yes,
on the
I'm
table
giving
for
you.
the
I just
proposition
told you
is,
definition like
look,
5 times. You don't have to remind me.
not remember what I said, so shut the fuck up. I'm going to educate on what I just said.
Okay, so you're
What
gonna
I
repeat
defined the
this
word
again.
proposition to be was simply any declarative sentence which attempts, not which does in fact, but which
Which
attempts
attempts?
to convey a
Okay.
fact about the world.
Which is okay. So any okay. Repeat that one more time. Which attempts to convey a fact about the world. Repeat that one more time for me.
Was that hard for you to track, retard?
No. I just repeated it, but repeat it
Okay,
one
I'm
more
just going
time
to
for
help
me.
you out here again. I'm going to repeat it one more time.
Yeah.
Okay, the definition I've given on the table for a proposition is simply a declarative sentence which attempts to convey a fact about the world.
Which attempts to convey a fact about the world. Okay, so that's I guess that's a bit fine. So it's attempting to convey a fact about the world. And me stating, so there's a moral proposition that essentially, let's say, boohoo to murder, right? If I say this is a moral proposition and this attempts to convey a fact about the world, this
Not conveying
innately
a fact about the
proves
world.
that.
How it's
One second, one second,
attempting
one
to
second.
do that either.
One second.
It's just
You
expressing
just
in
said,
the
oh my god, you just defined moral proposition attempting to convey a fact about the world. Did you not? Please let me continue now. So now again, this moral proposition, boohoo to murder. If I say this is essentially going towards emotivism, this is contradicting motivism because emotivism is a non-cognitive stance. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, that
Excuse
does
me?
make
If
Am I
the
sense.
muted?
sentence
Am I
itself
lying?
is
Am
just
I deafening
expressing my
something?
mere emotions and not me trying to say the way the world is by talking about
You're lagging. One
someone
second. I'm
else's
sorry. I'm sorry.
emotions, and how is it the case? Firstly, that's not even firstly, just number one, the sentence you gave, which is boomer, that's not even a declarative sentence.
I think I was deafened and muted. I'm sorry,
You're
and I couldn't hear
autistic.
anything. I was deafened and muted
Wait, do
by
you
somebody. I
understand
don't know who.
the example
One
you've
second.
given
I
on the
didn't hear what
table?
you said. I was
Essentially, not
deafened and
be a
muted by
proposition.
somebody. I
I
was
don't
deafened
give
and
a
muted by
fuck,
somebody. I
retard.
didn't hear
I
what you
don't
said.
care
Can you
about your
repeat what you said?
backstory regarding like you getting muted in the
Someone
conversation.
just deafened
All I
me. I
care about
didn't
here
hear what
is the
your I
fact
didn't hear what
that
your
the
argument
example
was
you've
against
tried to
that.
give
Can you repeat
to
what you
map
said?
onto my account of a proposition did not fucking work. Because the
Can you
example of
repeat
you
what you
saying
said
"boo
while I was
murder"
deafened,
is not
please?
even a proposition. It's not a declarative sentence.
Okay, can you repeat what you said while I was deafened, please?
I'm saying that your example of you saying "boo murder" would necessarily not be a proposition given my semantical account, given the fact that that sentence is not even a declarative sentence.
Okay, so
There's
okay,
no
that's
subject and predicate, therefore, to be a
obviously
declarative
yeah.
sentence. You're
I
autistic.
just obviously I obviously over
Okay, so
exaggerated
it's
the
not a
fact.
proposition.
I
Okay,
can say the
cool. But this is
proposition
moral
that yeah
sentences are propositions.
I can say it in another way. Like, one second, I can say it in another way. Essentially, murder
The
is
claim
wrong.
now.
Okay,
Oh,
that's right. I can say it in another way that murder is
congrats.
wrong. Like I think we can understand what I meant by that. That's one thing.
Yeah, we can
Um,
all understand that you're saying a whole bunch of
yeah.
fucking nonsense.
If you can't understand what I meant by that, that's fine.
Did I
But
say I
do you
cannot understand
concede
it,
to
or
the
did I say
notion?
I understood that you're
One
speaking
second.
nonsense?
Yeah, one second. Do you concede to the notion
Oh,
that
you're so
it
lost in the
being
conversation. You're
sorry, yeah,
perplexed right
that's
now.
fine. Yeah,
Holy
that's
shit,
fine.
you're getting
Do
rhetorically
you concede to the
argumentative
notion?
and
So you brought up
piece of
a since
bomb,
my
and you
argument
got
since I
no
one second since I
comeback.
claim I can I
This is
finish
actually
please?
so sad, man. Look at this, man.
Can I finish please? Yeah, since I said
Right,
there's more
all I'm just gonna say
propositions
simply, do you?
that essentially convey emotivism, and you said by definition of a proposition that'll be contradictory to emotivism. Do you concede
I'm
that
not
you're wrong on
saying
that now, or do you still
you're
trust?
retarded. You're retarded.
That's verbatim what you said. Okay,
Calm down.
is there a
Calm
recording
down.
by here?
Calm
Is
down.
there a
Calm
recording by?
down.
Is there a
Calm
recording
down.
by? Is
Calm
there a
down.
recording by?
Relax the fuck
Is there a
down.
recording by?
Maybe if you actually calm down and stop interrupting me
Is
during some
there
of
a
the
recording bot?
conversation, you autist. Okay. So you intellectually diminished pig. Okay. What I'm saying is simply that you agreeing that moral sentences are propositional. Sorry, and then you saying that emotivism is true. Those two statements are contradictory because
Okay.
emotivism being true entails moral sentences not being propositional, but you're simultaneously agreeing and stating that moral sentences are propositional. This is not hard for you to understand, you dumb freaking idiot.
Okay, under what definition of proposition again? Remember what definition I gave you of
I just
proposition?
gave you
Under
the
what definition?
definition, which you just agreed that
Yeah.
it was fine. What are you
Okay.
talking
So
about? You just
again,
agreed
as
it
I
was a
said
fine
previously, can
definition.
I?
We're going under that definition given in the
Okay.
conversation.
So something that attempts to convey essentially a
Yes,
fact
that
about the world.
definition entails a contradiction. You agreed that this
That's
definition
fine. Yeah,
retarded.
that's fine. Yeah, that's
You're
fine.
autistic.
Again, as I
Yeah, so
said
you agree it's a fine definition, and you're
previously.
giving this
Oh my God, can
definition
you
to
stop?
which you
Okay.
agreed in this conversation.
Oh my God. But let him finish. He can continue his whatever, and then
That was a
when he's
question,
done. He can.
correct?
Sorry, you were
We're
muted and
waiting.
you were talking to yourself. You're gonna have to continue, kind of to start over.
Yeah, what I'm saying is simply that given that definition of a proposition would still be the case that there's a contradiction, and you've agreed to this definition of a proposition.
So given to the definition that a proposition, by your
That you
definition that a
agreed with,
proposition
there's
is.
a contradiction, yeah.
No, I said I agree kind of.
You said
I
it's
didn't
fine,
say
yeah.
I fully agree to it. Yeah, no, I said it's fine, I guess.
It's a fine definition.
One second. I said it's fine, I guess, which is inherently
Are
ambiguous.
going
It's
to
unclear.
concede
Doesn't I
that
entirely
you're being
agree.
dishonest by you trying to lie about you.
Wait, how am I being dishonest by saying it's fine, I guess? Is it my fault that you didn't
I'm not
understand
saying
what I
you're being
guess
dishonest
means?
by you saying it's fine. I'm saying you
Yeah,
would be
I
dishonest
already
by
gave you the
saying
previous
you're
definition that I'll appeal to in this discussion.
I'm saying that you would be dishonest under the condition of you saying
Okay, I'll
that you do
restate the
not agree with the
definition that I
definition,
gave
not
you.
under the condition that you've said it's a fine
Okay.
definition.
Can you like I said like I'll let you talk until I can talk. Okay, tell me when I could talk.
Yeah, I'll tell you
Can
when
I
you can
finish
talk. You
up?
can talk right now, bitch. Go for it.
Okay, thank you. Right, so now I said it's fine, your definition is fine, I guess. Right, I said, but the definition I'll appeal to is a proposition is a statement or assertion that expresses a judgment or opinion about
assertion
something
is a
about a
declarative sentence.
particular. What? Expresses
even under that definition, you
a
conceded.
statement or one second.
You are retarded. Under that definition, you conceded because that sentence was not even an assertion. When you said boom murder, that's not an assertion, retard.
But it was a statement. It was wait. Are you cherry picking? So I provided two things: statement and assertion. Statement or assertion, correct? So are you gonna just because it doesn't fall in the category of assertion, does that now inherently mean it doesn't fall under the other fucking thing, which is statement? You fucking monkey! Jesus Christ, let me finish. Again, as I said before, a proposition is a statement or assertion that expresses a judgment or opinion about a particular aspect of the world. Again, so with this definition, how does my assertion me saying?
Yeah, because
oh my gosh, again, how does that mean I concede?
Assertion the fact
about again.
Yeah, an assertion is that which
fact about
about
reality.
the world. Yeah, that's what an assertion is.
Okay, oh my gosh, so I just gave you a definition and you said, okay, so the definition I gave you states it asserts a fact about reality. Wait, the definition I gave you said it asserts a fact about reality. The definition I gave you said that it asserts a fact about reality.
Did I say you say verbatim that it asserts a fact about reality?
You just said the definition I gave you stated it asserts a fact
I
about
did
reality.
not say this. Tracking error number.
You just said the definition I gave you asserts a fact about reality.
What I said is that you are saying the proposition is an assertion. You categorize or classify all propositions to be assertions, and so
no, I
all
said statements or assertions.
given the conventional definition of an assertion in English
Someone
language,
go back in
by
the
Scholastic
I'll just ask somebody. I'll just ask someone else. I'll just ask someone else. It's fine. I'll just ask someone else. It's fine. I'll just ask someone else. It's fine. Did I not say the people that was listening to the discussion? Did I not say a proposition is a statement
for people who
or
have been listening to this discussion, they have all agreed.
Yeah, I literally verbatim said a proposition is a statement or assertion. You can cherry pick my definition and only appeal to assertion.
You're not cherry picking, retard. You said
you're only appealing to assertion to false. Wait, one second. You're taking one aspect. You're taking one aspect out of my points to then falsify my point and completely ignoring the other aspect. What are you talking? What the fuck are you talking about? That's by definition cherry picking.
In the conversation, what are you talking about?
So it's funny. It's funny that again you're
cherry picking. Going on this conversation, you still continue this
conversation.
1 second,
again, you cherry pick the definition of assertion and then ignore the definition of statement. You cherry pick the definition of assertion and ignore the definition of statement.
It's actually so mind-blowing. It's mind-staggering that you're this persistent.
So again, do I have to repeat myself?
Despite the fact that it's really obvious you're wrong in the fucking conversation here. So I'm just going to explain back to you what I'm saying, which is simply that if you're saying that a proposition is an assertion, then there would still be a contradiction given the semantical account of what the proposition is. So even if you're not going under my definition verbatim, there would still be a contradiction.
Oh my god. Okay.
Not hard.
Yeah, as I said before, again, that's completely contingent. That relies on your cherry pick of a proposition. That relies on your cherry pick. I'm saying it's contingent upon or relies on your cherry pick of, again, assertion and the definition you provided, which I did not fully agree to. Again, I said the definition I'm appealing to. 1 second. Can I finish? Can I finish?
Is it the case that assertions are truth apps in nature?
Can I finish?
Is it the case that assertions are truth apps?
Can I finish?
Is it the case that the assertions are truth apps?
You're asking me a question before I was even finished.
Is it the case that the assertions are truth apps?
Is it the case that what?
Assertions are truth apps.
Assertions are true depth? I don't know what the fuck you're saying. It's a list for accent. Depth? I don't know what you're saying.
Oh my god.
The word is pronounced actually. What are you talking about?
You have like a lisp or something. Type it out in chat or something.
Unironically, you're going to be talking about someone having a lisp.
I just started there. Yeah, fair enough.
You started like several times in this conversation.
Type it out in chat.
Like, what are you talking about? Wait, Doomafacts. Did you understand what they just said?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay, so he's lying.
Okay, so Yeah, I didn't hear what you said. Listen, everyone hears things differently, and I didn't hear that. Okay. So you're saying you said what is a truth apt?
Assertion. Assertion.
If an assertion is a truth apt, or has
Yeah.
truth aptness, sure, why not? But first, well, no, actually, because you can fucking give an entirely different definition of truth aptness like you did with a proposition before. So what do you define truth aptness?